Beyoncé and Rihanna. Two names that dominate not just music, not just business, but the fashion world like no other. One is known for her regal, goddess-like presence, turning every red carpet into her personal runway. The other? A fearless style. Chameleon who redefined what it means to take risks and win in fashion. But here's the million-dollar question. Who's the ultimate fashion icon? In a world where trends come and go in seconds, these two women have proven they don't follow the wave, they are the wave. Beyoncé, with her breathtaking Grammy gowns, powerful Ivy Park drops, and unshakable sense of elegance. Rihanna, with her unpredictable street style, trailblazing Savage X Fenty empire, and unforgettable Met Gala moments. We're not just talking about who wore what, we're breaking down who truly reshaped the culture. This isn't about pitting two powerful women against each other. It's about celebrating influence, style evolution, and the way they both command attention without saying a word. It's about recognizing how fashion isn't just fabric, it's identity, attitude, and legacy. And whether you're part of the Bayhive or the Navy, or you just admire killer style from the sidelines, you're going to want to see this all the way through. So what makes a real fashion icon? Is it the number of best dressed lists? The power to crash a fashion website with one post? The ability to turn lingerie into a billion-dollar brand? Or the way a single appearance can dominate headlines for weeks? Stick around as we dive deep into Beyoncé and Rihanna's fashion journey from their humble beginnings to becoming the most talked about women in the style game. You'll see the highs, the surprises, the transformations, and the empire moves that earned them their crowns. And by the end of this video, you might just have a brand new favorite. Let the fashion showdown begin. Beyoncé versus Rihanna. Who's the real icon and who's just wearing the crown for now? Before the billion-dollar fashion brand's viral Instagram drops and Met Gala mic drops, both Beyoncé and Rihanna started from fashion's most humble beginnings, red carpets that often didn't love them back. But even in those early moments, you could see glimpses of the icons they would become. Let's rewind to the early 2000s. Beyoncé was already being molded into America's sweetheart. Destiny's Child was on top, and Bey's look reflected that era. Think matching bedazzled outfits, metallic pants, and rhinestone-studded cowboy hats. It was cohesive, it was bold, and most importantly, it was curated. Beyoncé's fashion back then screamed pop star in training, but even in the coordinated chaos, she always had the most polished presence. She radiated elegance, even when the style wasn't timeless. Rihanna, on the other hand, came out the gate with raw, street-savvy energy. In the Ponder Replay era, she was fresh-faced, fun, and still figuring it all out. Crop tops, low-rise jeans, big hoop earrings, it was early 2000s, no doubt. But unlike Beyoncé, Rihanna didn't seem as concerned with being polished. Her style felt instinctive, less manufactured, like she was experimenting out loud. And that sense of fearless fashion exploration would become her superpower. As their careers took off, so did their style. Beyoncé evolved into red carpet royalty. By the late 2000s, she was stepping out in form-fitting gowns, floor-length couture, and custom designs from Givenchy, Elie Saab, and Versace. Her looks were structured, powerful, and rich in detail, all matching her brand of commanding, divine femininity. Rihanna, meanwhile, leaned into risk. One minute she was gothic streetwear chic, the next she was showing up to the CFDA Awards nearly nude in a Swarovski crystal mesh dress that made global headlines. Her fashion identity couldn't be boxed in. She wasn't just setting trends, she was creating entirely new lanes. And people followed. In short, Beyoncé played the long game, refining her style over years to match her status as music royalty. Rihanna played the wild card and became the queen of reinvention. One gave us aspirational grace, the other gave us experimental genius. So who won the early fashion years? That depends. If you value consistency, Beyoncé brought regal poise from day one. If you love unpredictability and raw edge, Rihanna was always ahead of the curve. But both proved early on. They weren't just singers, they were style forces in the making. When you think of Beyoncé, you picture elegance, precision, and commanding presence. Her signature style is nothing short of regal think-sculpted gowns, sparkling bodysuits, and flawless tailoring. Whether she's performing at Coachella in custom Balmain or walking the Oscars red carpet in figure-hugging couture, Beyoncé's looks are carefully curated to match her larger-than-life persona. She doesn't just wear clothes, she wears statements. There's a reason Beyoncé is often referred to as Queen Bee. Her style aligns with her brand: power, sophistication, and poise. She's known for rich jewel tones, dramatic trains, and gold accents that elevate her appearance into goddess territory. Every outfit she wears reinforces the idea that she's not just a performer, she's a phenomenon. Now, flip the script. Rihanna's style is all about unexpected dominance. Where Beyoncé leans timeless, Rihanna leans fearless. One day it's baggy pants and sneakers. The next, it's a satin slip dress with a durag and stilettos. Rihanna's fashion sense defies logic, and that's what makes it legendary. She doesn't follow rules. She writes them. Her signature style is rooted in risk-taking. Oversized jackets with thigh-high boots. Menswear reimagined as red carpet couture. She turns unconventional pieces into must-haves. Rihanna isn't afraid to look undone because she knows the confidence behind the look sells it. That's what makes her a street style icon as well as a runway killer. So who owns the signature style crown? Beyoncé masters the art of timeless glam. Rihanna owns the domain of edgy, rule-breaking cool. Two different lanes, both unforgettable. Fashion isn't just about what you wear, it's about how you change the culture. And when it comes to Beyoncé and Rihanna, both have left permanent marks on pop culture by turning outfits into moments that people can't stop talking about. Beyoncé has mastered the art of turning fashion into mythology. Remember her pregnancy reveal at the 2017 Grammys in that golden Peter Dundas gown with the crown and cascading veil? That wasn't just a look, it was a moment in history. Her visual albums like Lemonade and Black is King weren't just music releases, they were fashion exhibitions, blending ancestral references with modern couture. Every detail is layered with meaning, and fans spend days decoding her wardrobe choices. Rihanna, on the other hand, is the queen of viral fashion disruption. Think about the 2015 Met Gala, that enormous yellow guo-pei cape. The memes, the praise, the gasps, she literally broke the internet. And she does it over and over. Whether it's attending a Fashion Week show in pajamas or pairing a beanie with diamonds, she challenges norms and makes people rethink what fashionable even means. But it's not just the red carpet. Rihanna's street style influences what regular people wear. Oversized silhouettes, sneakers with designer dresses, bold lipstick with casual looks, these have all become mainstream because she did it first. She doesn't just reflect pop culture, she steers it. Beyoncé's impact leans into the aspirational. She reminds us of power, pride, and perfection. Rihanna brings the unexpected raw confidence that makes you want to break the rules and still look like a boss. Together, they've reshaped how pop stars engage with fashion, not just as consumers, but as cultural architects. And that's a legacy most celebrities only dream of. When it comes to turning personal style into billion-dollar brands, both Beyoncé and Rihanna have proven they're more than just fashion icons. They're fashion moguls. Beyoncé launched Ivy Park in 2016 with a clear vision, a fusion of fitness, fashion, and empowerment. Initially under Topshop, Ivy Park later partnered with Adidas, and Beyoncé became one of the only Black women to own an athleisure brand at that scale. The designs reflect her signature: bold, sleek, powerful. Think neon bodysuits, structured. Hoodies and sporty silhouettes reimagined for high fashion. Every drop felt like an event, with celebrity co-signs and massive online hype. But while Ivy Park made headlines and Beyoncé's influence elevated the brand, there was still a sense of exclusivity. The brand leaned heavily into curated campaigns and high-end marketing, not always streetwear accessible. And in 2023, Beyoncé and Adidas officially parted ways, reportedly due to creative differences and sales not meeting internal projections. Ivy Park was high fashion meets fitness, but it didn't quite reach the dominance of her music career. Now Rihanna? She didn't just enter the fashion industry, she changed it. Her Fenty Beauty launch in 2017 revolutionized the beauty game by offering 40 foundation shades, a move that forced the entire industry to expand its diversity standards. And then came Savage X Fenty, her lingerie line that wasn't just about sex appeal, but inclusion. Every body type, every gender, every shade. Rihanna didn't stop there. She became the first Black woman to head a luxury fashion house under LVMH with her short-lived but boundary-pushing Fenty fashion line. Even though it paused in 2021, it proved her impact in high fashion was undeniable. In the business arena, Rihanna's empire is bold, disruptive, and highly profitable. Beyoncé's Ivy Park was a stylish extension of her brand. Rihanna's ventures, they're a cultural shift. Some fashion looks are pretty, some are powerful, And then there are those rare moments that stop time outfits so iconic they become part of the celebrity's legacy. For Beyoncé and Rihanna, these moments aren't rare. They're routine. Let's start with Beyoncé. One of her most unforgettable style moments? The 2015 Met Gala, where she showed up in a sheer, jewel-covered Givenchy dress, hair in a high ponytail, and her confidence doing most of the talking. It was flawless, fearless, and completely on brand. Then there's her 2018 Coachella performance, where she wore custom Balmain including a yellow hoodie with Egyptian queen references, crystal bodysuits, and thigh-high boots. It wasn't just a concert, it was a fashion parade celebrating Black excellence. Beyoncé also stuns in motion. Her formation video with that wide-brimmed hat and all-black ensemble instantly became one of the most copied looks of the decade. It's not just about what she wears, it's how she uses fashion to deliver a message. Every look is layered with symbolism, heritage, and precision. Now enter Rihanna, the master of unpredictability. The 2018 Met Gala, she came dressed as the Pope, literally. In a custom Maison Margiela pearl embellished ensemble with a matching mitre hat. She didn't just attend the event, she owned it. Or remember the 2014 CFDA Awards? Rihanna walked in a completely sheer Swarovski crystal gown, no bra, no apologies. It was high fashion meets rebellion, a moment that redefined red carpet boundaries. Even her street style looks are iconic. Oversized puffer jackets in the middle of spring, a hoodie and stilettos combo at Fashion Week. And who else could make maternity fashion look like runway art? For Beyoncé, iconic means legendary elegance with deeper meaning. For Rihanna, it means rewriting the rules, one jaw-dropping look at a time. Fashion isn't just what these women wear, it's what everyone else starts wearing after they do. Beyoncé and Rihanna don't follow trends, they create them. Their influence stretches far beyond red carpets and music videos. It shapes what we see in stores, what fans post on social media, and even how brands design their next collections. Beyoncé's influence is about elevation. When she steps out in a designer label, whether it's Balmain, Givenchy, or Alexander McQueen, that look becomes the standard. She's meticulous with her image, and fans treat each appearance like a runway show. Stylists and fashion critics break down her outfits piece by piece, while fans race to recreate the looks for concerts, TikToks, or even proms. She's made leotards iconic, gold accessories powerful, and monochrome glam deeply desirable. But Beyoncé doesn't just influence what people wear, she influences how people wear it. Her body positive, feminine, yet fierce presentation sets a tone for confidence and control. Her fashion tells women they can be strong and stunning at the same time. Then there's Rihanna, whose fashion influence is chaotic, raw, and totally magnetic. What makes her unique is accessibility. She'll wear a luxury brand like Dior one day, and the next day, she's in an oversized tee and sneakers, still turning heads. Her fans feel like they can actually try her looks, and that's powerful. She helped make streetwear luxury. She made androgyny fashionable. And she's blurred the lines between high fashion and everyday wear like no one else. Designers rush to put her in their pieces because they know if Rihanna wears it, it'll sell out. That's real influence. Her Savage X Fenty shows diverse, dramatic, and body-inclusive have also reshaped what runway shows can be. She's pushed the industry to be more representative, more daring, and less elitist. In the end, Beyoncé polishes the ideal. Rihanna redefines it. And both have shifted the culture just by getting dressed. So who's the ultimate fashion icon? Beyoncé or Rihanna? Well, let's step back. Beyoncé is about precision, power, and perfection. Every look is calculated, curated, and often historic. She embodies royalty, a goddess who doesn't follow trends because she is the trend. Her fashion journey is about representing legacy, culture, and strength. She wears clothes like armor, transforming each appearance into a statement of empowerment. Beyoncé is the standard bearer for polished elegance and intentional symbolism. Then, there's Rihanna, a rebel with the most stylish cause. Her fashion is freedom. She doesn't wait for approval, and that's exactly why she wins hearts. One day she's in couture, the next in cargo pants and a bralette, and both look equally iconic. Rihanna's magic lies in her authenticity. She wears what she wants, how she wants, and the world watches in awe. She's not just setting trends, she's showing the world you don't have to fit into any one box to be fashionable. So really, the answer depends on what you value in a fashion icon. If you admire consistent elegance, cultural storytelling, and flawless execution, Beyonce is your queen. If you're drawn to bold risk-taking, rule-breaking, and unapologetic originality, Rihanna is your revolution. But here's the truth. In their own ways, they've both redefined what it means to be a style icon. They've each built fashion empires. They've each influenced millions. And they've each made sure their clothing spoke louder than words. Maybe it's not about who's better. Maybe it's about appreciating how they both shaped and continue to shape fashion history in completely different but equally unforgettable ways. Because at the end of the day, Beyoncé and Rihanna aren't just icons, they're blueprints.